All right, hello everyone. We will call this meeting to order. It is 5:33 p.m., October 1st, and we are back with our MAC meeting after our little summer break. So it is great to see you all. We'll quickly go through and do introductions. I know everyone here knows each other, but for the sake of the recording and the posting later, if you could just go around, say your name and where you are from, that would be great. I will start. I am Jocelyn Santiago. I am the Early Childhood Services Coordinator for the town and the Early Start Connecticut Liaison. And I will pass it to Lisa.
Lisa Don, the director at Community Children's Center.
Thank you, Lisa. And Marianne?
Marianne Legassi, the director at Yukon Child Labs.
Thank you. Shamim?
Shamim Patwa, Director of Student Support Services for the Mansfield Public Schools. Belated happy birthday, Lisa Dunn.
Right back at ya.
And then we'll go to Kathleen.
Kathleen Kreider, Access Community Action Agency.
Thank you. Erin?
Hello, Erin from Mount Hope Montessori. It was my birthday yesterday too.
Oh my gosh, we should have had a birthday party today. Happy belated to you all. Then we'll pass it to Emily.
Hi, Emily Webson from the Mansfield Public Library. And Erin, our new children's librarian, will not be joining us today, but hopefully at the next meeting, you'll be all able to meet her as well. Thanks.
Great, thank you. Valerie?
Hi, I'm Valerie Gerard, the Early Childhood Consultant for the Town of Mansfield.
Wonderful.
Val, just put your camera down a little so we can see what you're holding there. Oh, hi, baby.
And Debbie.
Hi there, Debbie Fleur from Mansfield Discovery Depot.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, everyone. I did not receive any written public comments. We will ask for the record. Is anyone here for public comment? Okay, seeing none, the opportunity for public comment is now closed. Keep moving right along into the approval of the minutes. If you had a moment to review the June 4th, I know it was a long time ago, draft minutes, I will take a motion to approve.
I make a motion to approve.
Thank you, Shamim. Do we have a second? Lisa, thank you. All in favor of approving the minutes?
Aye.
You. Any opposed? And any abstentions? Kathleen, you're abstaining? Okay. Thank you. So we will approve the minutes. All right, we're going to move into early start updates. So I put together a very fancy PowerPoint for you all tonight. So I will screen share, but if you are driving, please keep your eyes on the road. I will verbalize everything that is in the PowerPoint. All right, can everyone see this?
Yep.
All right. So we'll get started. So Mansfield Advocates for Children, we formerly were the School Readiness Council. We are now the Mansfield Local Governance Partner, which LGP is how we are referring to that. We are the community table for our LGP. So in this presentation, we'll go over all the components of what an LGP is and what do they have and what do they do, their functions. I'll share what I know now, where we're at in the process, and that's about it. So we'll just move right along. So the Mansfield LGP has 4 components. We have the LGP liaison, which is myself, Jocelyn. Our LGP fiduciary is the Town of Mansfield's finance department. The community table is MAC, and then we will also be hiring 2 parent ambassadors who will also be a key component to our LGP. So quick, just a little bit about my role and what to expect for my responsibilities this year. I will be supervising our 2 parent ambassadors that we will hire shortly. So I will be checking in with them, helping them establish their plan for work, and kind of guiding them in our efforts with that. I also have developed a 2-year community budget. So the state has given us $62,100 for each year. So in total, it's $124,200, which is much more than we've ever received for early childhood work in the town through this. So this is great. So I was responsible for doing that budget. I talked with a lot of folks around the town. I at like the town manager level, just to, and also within the centers locally, just to see what the needs are in our town and what we should be budgeting for. So I can share more about that a little later on. I'll also be leading our community needs assessment. We don't have too much information surrounding that right now, but essentially the community needs assessment that we conduct as a community table will drive what our funding is for the years to come after this 2-year contract period. I'll be able to fund and organize professional development opportunities for local early childhood centers and your staff. So your input is very much valued in that and what you think your staff specifically needs. I can always plan professional developments, but if you don't feel like it is beneficial to your staff or your school, I don't want to do that. So if you have ideas or wishes of things you really want, or you know conferences that are coming up in year 2 that you want me to plan for thoughtfully, I can do that. One change this year is the site visit requirement for Early Start Connecticut. So under school readiness, I was required to visit each school that received funding each quarter. Now it is only a twice a year visit. And there isn't much focus now surrounding on these visits in the classroom. It's really more what they're referring to as like a desk audit or a desk check. So checking files, ensuring compliance for the contract requirements. There's a few questions for in the classrooms. They've left it up to us if we would like as a community table to have the old site visit tool that I've been using to accompany the desk check, just so we can also keep track of what's going on in the classrooms. I think that's valuable. The only 2 classroom questions that are on the site visit right now are age appropriate materials and items are labeled. And I think there's so much more that should and could be observed in the classrooms other than if your items are labeled and age appropriate materials, especially when it comes to like interactions between the children, between the staff and the children. I think that's all very valuable too. So just throwing that out there. I'll also be able to provide mentoring, coaching, and technical assistance to Early Start Connecticut programs. So if you're having any issues with your reporting or anything like that online, I can come and help with that. If we identify that a center may not be in compliance with something that's in the contract, I can help with coaching and mentoring to get them back into compliance for that too. And the other exciting thing is I'll be able to provide more early childhood activities and parenting support to the greater community through this funding that we are getting. So lots of room for creativity and ideas to grow from that. Are there any questions about that before we move on? No? Okay. So this is us now, the purpose of our community table. So really our purpose now is to share updates with each other that are going on in each of your sectors in the early childhood world. We will need to identify and discuss challenges and themes that we're hearing from families and parents, frustrations that they have, challenges that you may be having in your role, and ways that we can support each other through that. We, of course, want to form meaningful partnerships, create a space for family and parent voice at the table. So that's where the parent ambassadors will come in. They will be out in the community collecting feedback from parents and bringing that to the table for us. And then this is a little bit down the line, but we will be responsible for taking collaborative action on the identified needs that come through in this local needs assessment. And we will develop a community action plan as MAC to combat those issues that arise. So then on to parent ambassadors. They will participate in our LGP community table meetings and assist in planning activities for young children. So they will be a trusted parent member that we will send out into the community, and they can lead these activities. They can come and meet people at, the elementary school PTO meetings and connect with parents that way. They could go to the library during toddler time and hang out after and have, office hours or something to talk to families at the community center. So we're really going to work to identify areas where they will make the most impact and see the most amount of families and get information that way. They'll also conduct outreach in specific neighborhoods and communities to just meet families where they are at if transportation is an issue, or some families just don't have the ability to come out for an evening meeting with everything else going on in their life. So we will try to go to them. And then again, collaborating on strategies to bring those family voices into all aspects of our LGP. So not just the community table, but also working with me and also how we are getting funding. We'll advocate for more funding based on what needs we have. And so with all of that, where we are now, the community budget was due yesterday and has been submitted to Shine Early Learning. Shine is the intermediary between the Office of Early Childhood and these LGPs. So they have a contract with the state and we have a contract with Shine. So it's kind of that middle person in this whole process. We're also, as the town, in process of developing our job postings for 2 parent ambassadors. These parent ambassadors will be part-time town employees and they will work with us in the youth services office. It is only a 2-year position because that is what our contract funding allows. We're not sure what will happen after the 2 years. If we have funding that sustains it, we may explore keeping that, but that's to be determined. We're going to continue our outreach and recruitment for the community table. So since this is now a community-wide effort and not just focused on our school readiness slots and centers, we'll be looking to try to add more people to the table to have more voices. I know for a while we've been really trying to get like a nurse consultant or a healthcare professional on the council. And then we are also planning to invite the other surrounding local early childhood centers in Mansfield who do not receive state funding, just so that they can also share things that they're noticing within their communities and challenges that their families have. The last thing is we are working on developing an MOU for all community table members. So this is something that Shine would like to have, just some sort of understanding of what our purpose is, what the agreement is between all of us. So they plan to send us a sample MOU and we will adjust it to our needs and what we think should be included. And if everyone feels comfortable with the language on it, then we can proceed using that MOU. But I understand some people may not want to sign something that official. And so there's other options too through that. So that's still up in the air for a little bit of exploring. With that, I think that's the end of my presentation. So I'm going to stop sharing. And then we can just talk after I give you all of that information. Does anyone have any questions right off the bat about this? Anything that you're wondering about what to expect coming down the line? Or does it all seem pretty consistent with what we've been talking about for the last few months? Yeah, okay. Great. Hi, Kat. I see you joined us. Welcome. Sorry, I didn't see you with the whole screen share. So the parent ambassador piece, we would really like it to be someone who knows the Mansfield community really well. It's a plus if they're a Mansfield parent. Once we have the job posting is live, I will share it with everyone on this call. That way you can share it within your networks. We'll also be sharing it with the MESPTO. Often families who have children in elementary school have younger children as well, or have had younger children in town who have gone through these schools in different systems. So they have a good understanding of our community and what the needs are. But it has been a very, as I've been saying all these months, it's been a very slow process to get full information, full expectations, and whatnot. So I think what I will do is just share a little bit about the budget and things that we are hoping to get approved for, and just some of the variety of different line items that we have. We have a lot of wiggle room, I think, this year to do a lot of really great things. So we have opportunities to get contracted workers, medical professionals paid, food vouchers for local families who are facing food insecurity in our town to like the local farmers market so they can get fresh local produce. We have money for personal items for children in our community. So say a child is at a center and doesn't really have snow gear and the family doesn't have money to afford proper snow gear for their child. We can use some of this funding for the family to buy them the appropriate gear so their child can be successful. We have money for security improvements, maintenance and repair, new playground equipment. I budgeted for some new inclusive playground equipment to be added in town. So we're hopeful that that gets approved. So there's lots of different ways we can use this funding. And I will, as we're trying to come up with ideas, I will be coming to you all at MAC to get ideas from you of what you think we need at your centers in our community. What would make the community center playground really great? What would help the library playground? If you're really noticing a lot of kids are loving your new toy library, if there's like a certain toy that you'd really love to buy, we have lots of opportunities here for that, I think. So once it gets approved, I will try to come up with what seems like the most equitable way to kind of divvy up the money, just so everybody feels like they are represented through it and getting support in that way through this. But and also our parent ambassadors will be paid out of this budget as well. So the state has given us money to pay these parent ambassadors for the 2 years.
And Jocelyn, just to clarify for people that weren't at our little meeting,
Yes.
that parent ambassador position is a very, very part-time and not going to be a lot of money out of that, right?
Yeah, so it comes out to a little over $6,000 for the whole year for these 2 parent ambassadors. So they'll be receiving a little over $3,000 for the year for this work, but it's very, very minimal hours, like 3 to 4 hours, maybe a week. And one of those hours is checking in with me for supervision and going over their plan for the week. So it's not a huge time commitment, but it's a great way for a parent who has a little bit of free time. The schedule will probably be very flexible because there's lots of opportunities to get out in the community, whether it's the morning, the afternoon, the evening time. So hopefully we get that posted very soon and we'll get interviews underway shortly after that. Are there any other questions right now? All right, Erin, go ahead.
It needs to be a parent from Mansfield.
That they have not said, so it's Mansfield preferred. The state hasn't told us that. I would prefer it to be a parent in Mansfield or at least has sent their child through a Mansfield preschooler, knows the community really well, would be my goal.
I just had someone in my mind and they live in Willington and they want to buy in Mansfield and they're at Mount Hope, but
Right. So I think the language, I haven't seen the job posting yet, but I think what they're going with is Mansfield family preferred or great knowledge of the Mansfield community.
And these hours for the parent ambassador, would those be expected to be sometimes like during the day or like you said, toddler time at the library? And I think that's like in the middle of the day, right?
Right. So it doesn't have to be that way. I think there's really no solid set schedule yet. It's really dependent on who this person is, what their availability is. I'm going to go through and identify areas where I think that we could get them into, but like going to the playground at the community center, there's no set time that you have to go to the playground. We can know that there are really popular times that you can find a lot of families at the playground, but if, toddler time doesn't work in the morning, part of my job will also be doing the outreach. So we're kind of dividing and conquering with these parent ambassadors. So if we have one parent ambassador where the morning and earlier hours are better for them, and we have another where the evening hours work better, that's great for me. I don't mind that. So I think there's a lot of flexibility within that role. Are there any other questions? Oh, Debbie, sorry.
Oh, done speaking. No.
Maybe it was an accident. All right. Is there any other questions about that whole presentation at this time? I know it's not a lot of new information, but I wanted today to just be a refresher after our break and kind of revitalizing what our purpose is as MAC.
Hello.
Go ahead, Debbie.
Sorry, I was having technical difficulties.
That's okay.
So I wanted to ask, so you know how you were talking about giving services to families like, that have food insecurities or they need winter clothing. Is that, would that be limited to Mansfield residents as well?
That is a good question. I don't think so because most of it is going to us to provide services to the families that are utilizing our centers in our community. So you're not all exclusively Mansfield centers and it's not a Mansfield only population. So no, it wouldn't just be, if they're in your center, we are supporting them.
Okay.
If
Great.
they need
Thank
it.
you.
Yep.
Got it.
Anything else? All right. There will definitely be more updates to come as the state and Shine continue to develop what they think their processes should look like and their contracts and whatnot. But as soon as this budget, we get feedback from that, I will share with all of you if it got approved and what we're looking at. Shamim, go ahead.
I just wanted to chime in that, like you, I think it's important that we have people from Mansfield as our ambassadors. So I hope we can focus on that.
Yeah. There's the only thing, so that, yeah, I agree. It's just the state can't require it from us. So that's not something I can take to the town and say this is a requirement. But yes, I think the language in the job posting that I had given, and now it's going through the whole process, was really let's try to focus on a Mansfield parent, so we can support the work in town. All right, if there are no other questions at this time.
One more, sorry.
That's okay. No, they just pop up. It's okay.
Do you want to hit the local PTOs and just see if they have anyone?
Yeah, so Sarah DeLuca, the youth services supervisor, she's not here tonight. Last year had gone to one of the MES PTO meetings to kind of just brief them that this is coming down the line. So yes, that is one of my goals is once I have it, I got all their contact information, but I would also love to go to a PTO meeting just so I can verbally share it and connect with people in that way too. But yes, I think that is valuable. All right. So we will continue moving along and we'll just jump right into member reports really quick. I'll just share on behalf of Youth Services and Human Services. So Youth Services, we are very excited that we have a new staff member in our office. We had a new position added to our team this year. Her name is Maddie DeBaldo. She is our prevention specialist. So she'll be doing a lot of work with the teen population and a lot of work with our teen center, but there's also opportunity for her to explore other prevention work opportunities. Prevention work goes way past just like substance use prevention. So I think there's a lot of cool opportunities for us to collaborate with Maddie too in the future. Hopefully we can get her to a MAC meeting just to meet you all. But if you do see her over at the community center, feel free to say hi to her. And then on behalf of Mansfield Human Services, I know I had shared it with our early childhood directors, but Mansfield Human Services will be hosting a comedy night fundraiser at the Elks Club in Willimantic on October 17th. So we are selling tickets for that. The fundraiser is to raise funds for our community assistance programs. So we get limited funding through the general fund from the town of Mansfield to support it. So it's really driven by donations, sponsorships, fundraising events like this. So if you're available, we would love to have you there. It could be a great staff bonding outing with your whole team. You can get a table. We have lots of great raffle items ranging from Yukon tickets to a full massage, or there's just lots of different packages. Our community has been very generous in donating raffle items. There will be a 50-50 auction or a 50-50 raffle, a silent auction. So there's lots of ways for you to have fun. It's bring your own food. So you are all invited to that. I will send out the flyer to the group as well. Feel free to share it with your friends and family. But it's all the proceeds will go to supporting our community assistance programs, which we have seen a significant need for those. So our community assistance programs include our holiday and birthday gift fund, our food programs, for rent, heat, housing assistance, those kinds of things. So really it's all our back to school programs. So it's all very valuable and we have seen a significant increase in the usage of those funds. So we need to replenish those. So your help in sharing that flyer with your friends and family or donating or purchasing a ticket is awesome.
Do you know how much a table is?
I'm not sure if there's any discounts if you get a full table. I know a table is for 8 people and the tickets are $25 per person.
Okay, perfect. Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. That is it from me for right now. Oh, I guess I'll also share because it is in the preschool world. I will be doing the Feel Your Best Self puppet program again at the elementary school and their preschool classrooms, so we're looking forward to that. If any of you are interested in having that come to your center and building really cool sock puppets, happy to do that too, and I can provide all the supplies for that. Would anyone else like to share anything, any updates going on in your sectors right now? Kathleen, I know you sent us an email. Do you want to share it on this space too?
Sure, I'll speak about that, and then I'm going to have to jump off. So
Okay.
I sent Jocelyn some information regarding our community needs assessment. Very interesting timing here. We also conduct a community needs assessment every 3 years that informs our strategic plan, and then we produce a community action plan as well. So looking forward to this group's doing that too. And so you can take this yourself. You can share it in your centers for your families. We're really hoping to get an increased response from the Tolland County towns. Windham County has significantly higher needs, and so there tends to be a focus there, but that's not fair. And we serve all 28 towns, Windham and Tolland County, so looking for a better representation from Tolland in our community needs assessment. Then the only other thing I'll share, well, I don't even know how to share it. It's like there's nothing to share. I mean, we're a federally funded agency. We're CSBG and LIHEAP. We're WIC. We're Head Start. We were at work yesterday, we were at work today, and we will be at work tomorrow. And so your families should know if they receive assistance through Community Action, and specifically Access Community Action Agency. It is business as usual until something else changes. We were at work yesterday, we were at work today, and we will be at work tomorrow. And it stinks. Yeah, thank you, Lisa. Really horrible. It's just, I mean, there's no reason for any of you to go to the HUD website or the DOJ. Like, there's no reason to do that. But, like, just go to the HUD website and see the filthy, disgusting banner that is being displayed across that website when you Google into that. Just horrible. Anyway, I have to scoot. I have one question. Are we now called the Community Table? What is our new? Do we have a new name? Is it still MAC or?
We will still be MAC, Mansfield Advocates for Children, but we'll eventually edit our charge and whatnot to say we are the Community Table instead of the School Readiness Council.
All right.
Yes. Thank you, Kathleen. Thank you
Yeah.
for all your great work. We appreciate you.
We appreciate you too. Bye-bye, everybody. I'll see you again.
Bye.
Bye, Kathleen.
All right. Does anyone else have anything they'd like to report out on or share? Lisa?
Well, I just wanted to, it's a thank you more than anything. In this very busy beginning of the school year, we were really fortunate to get funding to send a number of staff to this CTAEYC conference, which thank you for Marianne and thank you for Jocelyn at the LPG. It was a really good conference from the way that the staff are reporting back about it. And we have been talking about, you can be inspired for a day or a week with stuff that you hear and learn, and how to just how to really incorporate it into your ongoing practice. So it's been very fruitful and really great community building within the staff and networking within the greater early childhood community. So thank you, guys.
You're very welcome. I'm so glad to hear that. I was sad to miss it this year. It aligned with Celebrate Mansfield this year, the conference. So I was at Celebrate Mansfield, but I did also hear great feedback from some folks who went. So I'm glad it resonated with them and it felt good.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and I want to say thank you as well, because some of our staff were able to go because of the funding from both you, Marianne, and Jocelyn. So thank you.
Very welcome.
I don't know if I mentioned this, but late August, right before our shutdown, we had the Yukon ice cream truck come into the center. Well, not come into the center, but come into the driveway. And we had like a parent event, and we gave away 173 ice creams.
Wow.
Oh,
that's cool.
So that was a lot of ice cream. It was a great event. We had some lawn games, and it was just fascinating. It was so great to, it was pretty much one of my biggest events that I've had in the 6 years that I've been there. So it was really, really nice.
That's awesome. I know a few people who send their children there in my personal life, so I did see lots of great photos from that event and
Oh,
it
you
made me
did? You
smile.
did?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
So great
Yeah,
idea with that.
it was great. It was really, really nice.
Marianne, I see your hands up.
I just want to mention that although I appreciate everyone thanking me, it was the Lab School Initiative investment through the OEC using ARPA funds that actually sent those lovely teachers, including 4 from Child Labs. And through those funds, we also were able to send 5 family. I always get the technical wording wrong, but licensed family home care providers. So
Oh, that's great.
yeah, it was great. It was great working with everyone.
Yeah, and Marianne, you were the conduit, so you can take the
Yeah.
thanks.
Yeah.
So.
I didn't pay with
Yes,
my own money for all these people to go either.
Yeah.
Erin, I see you came off mute. Do you have something you want to say?
No, I was just gonna say thank you, Marianne. Sorry, but
Oh.
I'm
Emily, do you have anything you want to share out about the
Yeah, it was
library?
good. It was good.
Are you
Go
all,
ahead.
all set? Okay. Yes. Thank you, Jocelyn. Yeah, we've been having a great start to the school year. We had a great, very busy summer, of course. And I don't know if any of you guys have met Erin yet, but Erin Williams, she started in June. So she's our new children's librarian. And we were also able to hire a part-time library assistant for children specifically with new funding through the town approved by the budget this past year. So that's been really great just because we've been having huge attendance at a lot of programs and really great to have an extra staff person to support those. We've started doing our preschool outreaches. I've visited some of your preschools already this school year, so I love doing that. So I hope Erin doesn't try to take those away from me. And what else? Oh, we have some fun events coming up. We're going to be doing our Halloween party, and our costume swap is starting tomorrow, really. So we'll have Halloween costumes that some families have donated out if you know people who are looking. We have some available and hoping to get a few more donations. If people still have some to donate in the next couple of days, we'd probably just take those and add them to the tables for the costume swap. And we'll be working with Feel Your Best Self in November for a community puppet making workshop and story time. So look out for all those fun events coming up soon. Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Emily. All right. Does anyone else have anything you want to share at this point?
I just want to say thank you to Emily too for starting up the library visits. Our classrooms really enjoy it.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. I had a lot of fun today.
Oh, good. Good,
Especially the outside story times. I love the outside
Oh,
ones. Yeah.
Nice.
Such a
It's
great day
beautiful
for it
day.
today, too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a beautiful day. We read a book about leaves. They were playing in the leaves, maybe a
Oh,
little too
nice.
much. Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, it couldn't have been a better weather for October 1st.
Mm.
All right. That's all the business I have for tonight for us. We do not meet in November, so just a reminder, our next meeting will be in December. In our December meeting for upcoming agenda items, we'll have to determine what our calendar will be. We only have to do 6 meetings a year now with our community table. So it's less than we used to do, so we can kind of identify which months do we want to maybe pull, or if we think they are all still needed, we'll keep them that way. Once we're kind of through the cold, dark winter months, I would love for us to get back together in person and sit around the table and have a meal together and invite families and have childcare provided if parents are coming and they want to bring their kids with them. So we'll explore that more at our next meeting. All right. It
Yeah.
was lovely seeing you all. Mac is back.
Thank you.
Have a great night, everyone. Oh,
Thank
wait,
you.
wait,
Thank you.
wait. Sorry, hold on. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll move.
All right, perfect. All in favor of adjourning?
I.
Awesome. All right, now you can go. Have a great night, everyone.
Thank you,
Okay.
Jocelyn.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.